Door crack, incense burn, couch thrown, my turn, play slow, third turn, rain drip, door blur, ashtray full, still feel empty, pull heavy, lungs turn limpy, phone on mute, the room friendly, whole crew float, move gently. Welcome to the smoke session, cloud high, no stressing, keep smoking and enjoy the show, whole room in a slow glow. Welcome to the smoke session. Deep talks, deep confession. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Let the time drip, drip, slow. Paper fold, origami on the table. Story in the swirl, every cone, every cable. Ceiling got waves, yeah, move unstable. But my heart stays steady, no label, no label. Laugh heavy, chest, we still grinning. Pastel, small hell, still winning. Eyes red, mind clear, head spinning. Every core, new scene, new beginning. Who slide through when the smoke rise? Who stay real when the buzz dies? Hit past heel on the short ties. Old paint fade in the porch light. Welcome to the smoke session. Cloud high, no stressing. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Whole room in a slow glow. Welcome to the smoke session. Deep talks, deep confession. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Let the time drip, drip, slow.
Salute, man. We in here, man. So, Jake Paul got his ass whooped, right? What's the problem? What's really the problem, right? I've heard so much shit that my eyes starting to turn brown. Jake Paul got his jaw broken, so people still saying that it was kind of fixed or fake. Listen, man, you don't get your jaw fucked up like that, and then just he ain't do nothing. What's going on, CJ, man? Just recapping a little bit, Sunday smoke before I go to the plantation. I had to drop some kind of content. But the controversy around this fight is this fight exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Be truly honest with you. That man took the fight. What the fuck is that say? My fault, y'all. But yeah, I don't understand all the shit talk behind the fight. Like, the guy got his ass whipped, he got his jaw broken. People say AJ could have done it in the first, second round. AJ did exactly what he was supposed to do. Be patient, walk him down. He had a little fun in there, and he broke his jaw. Hit him with something mean. I don't get it. Now, for all you people who couldn't wait for him to get his ass whipped, right? He got his ass whipped. What is the problem? Big lie in the building.
Here. What the deal?
Hey, man, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So I ain't even get to check on my boy Blood fight last night. They said he lost some points, but How did you feel about now that the spectacle's out of the way? How did you feel about that?
What fight? I ain't seen no fight.
The man, you know that Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul fought
Oh
Friday
no,
night.
I didn't see the fight, but I pinpointed that the fight was rigged up, and uh, they both will be suspended indeterminately before they fought, because when they showed the replay of the slow motion, I showed that Jake Paul don't have a mouthpiece in his mouth. So no sanctioned bout is going to allow a fighter to fight without a mouthpiece. So I proved my point right there. So
How'd you feel about him? How you feel about AJ breaking his jaw?
that's why he got his jaw broke. He didn't have a mouthpiece. That's what they're for.
The guard, that's what they call a mouth guard, right? It's called a mouth. We call it a mouthpiece. It's called a mouth guard. It guards your mouth from too much damage, especially if you get punched. So yeah, that one was fun.
It also
Yeah,
it
go ahead.
also helps your breathing. You don't breathe out your mouth. You breathe out your nose. You feel me?
Yeah,
So it plays many parts. I do know AJ had a mouthpiece because AJ is smart. Anything could happen. But Jake didn't have a mouthpiece. So he got his jaw broke in two different places.
yeah, definitely did. Two different places. Hey, see
And
what's
that's
good.
Was
and that's
good. It was good. Yeah.
and that's and
Go
that's
ahead.
straight right. That's straight right. When he had him in the corner, he dropped him. That's the one that broke his jaw.
Yeah, because you could see that man say, "Woo, wow." He felt
Yeah.
that shit. So,
AC, what up, baby?
what's going on, man? I don't. I mean, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I was just
hey,
laughing.
hey, AC, if you wasn't listening to the point I was making about when they showed the slow motion repeat, you see that Jake Paul didn't have a mouthpiece, so no regulated fight is going to allow this. So everything was all twisted with this bout right here. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. And I mean, I can point out several different different joints, and some people was laughing at some of the things that I pointed out. Number one, the female ref for the Alicia Baumgartner joint, I thought she was protecting her niece or her girlfriend, because the way she yanked that girl arm when
Yeah.
when when they was in that clinch, and old girl was looking like she was gonna fall, and she just grabbed the arm like that. I was like, whoa! And then she kept on looking at her real weird when she would break them up, and she would just look at him like, go ahead, but make sure you don't punch her in the face. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was weird to me. And then in the AJ fight, the ref right there seemed weird to me. He seemed to be in a space where I'm just here. I'm not supposed to do too much. I'm not supposed to interfere too much. I'm just supposed to let a lot of this stuff slide, because tell me, am I wrong, bro? I seen punches land, and old boy kept on taking a knee, and it didn't seem like he was taking a knee in a clinch, like like sometimes you see a boxer and it's a big heavy guy leaning on him, because we saw that in the Wilder Fury fight where Fury would lean on Wilder, Wilder would then take the knee, and it was never a knockdown. But in
Right.
this situation, it seemed as though they was caught up in some sort of mutual combat where they was like wrestling or whatever, and then oh boy, I don't know, it just looked weird. It looked like,
That shit look like Survivor. What the hell you act like you ain't never seen Survivor before? Yo.
I would say it like this. I saw somebody put it together perfectly, because they showed one bit of footage next to the Jake Paul footage. And if you look at how
We talking about the Martin. We talking about when Martin fight Tommy Hearns. That's what that shit looked like when he was fighting the Hitman on the show, punching him on the
bro,
leg. Yeah,
diving and trying to put it like, I was like, wow, that looks vague. That looks horribly familiar.
hey, I was at work watching it, right? I was at work watching it, and I'm in the back by myself. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, all right, this shit going. I don't know how long the ref gonna let him keep falling. He fell like 7 times, bro.
Yeah,
I've
bro.
seen I've seen highlights, and it showed most of the fight. So the fight. Look, first of all, when the bell rung, he defeated himself
He took
because
off one.
he started backing up so much, just backing up constantly. You don't allow a fighter to have you backing up constantly because you're giving him leverage. You don't have to do that.
As a matter of fact, you doing the same thing. All he doing is he just. I hate to do it. No, I love to do it. All he doing is putting the damn math equation up in his head. Like, you're gonna do this when I do that. You're gonna do this. This equals right hand.
Yeah.
For real. So he defeated himself. Now he's on survival mode. He was fighting a fight that he was trying to survive instead of fighting a fight that he's supposed to win. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a mental game. It's all, winning is how you think. It ain't always just about boxing. I'm talking about in life, period. Whatever you're trying to do, whether you're trying to get that job, when you get that job, you won. If you're trying to bag that female, you won because it was how you were thinking. It's all about how you think in the ring. How you think. You have to outthink your opponent. That's how you win.
Wow, somebody trying to call you because your mic went crazy out of nowhere. Did somebody just try to call you?
I think I don't see it, but I hear the static shit. But
Sure.
that's about winning in the ring. It's all about winning. And as I always express, it's also mathematics. You do your homework, you study your notes, you'll solve the math problem. The ring is a math class. It's all about simple mathematics. That's what winning is.
They
Simple
had it.
mathematics.
I'm hearing stories that they had a 30-foot ring, so they gave that man all the real estate in the world. So
It was something like 22 by 20 or some 22 by 22 or some shit like that.
yeah, that ring. All I'm saying is that ring was big as hell.
That ring looked big with AJ in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
The
about.
ring looked big with AJ. That looked like a wrestling ring.
Yeah, man, and I like I said, man. When I was talking to this other cat, I was like, look, it was a spectacle, but um, I did find myself laughing and enjoying it in the 5th and 6th round because I was just dying at, when the ref started calling them legit knockdowns, how many
Yeah,
times he would just land on him, and Jake was like, oh God, no.
yeah, bro. Listen,
No more. I was like,
it
bro.
got to be so funny. Real talk. Well, let me ask you this real fast, right? Because I ain't even get to watch the fight last night. The motherfuckers was I was trying to get up out of there. Bro, Tony Harrison called out Earl Spence.
Okay.
How do you feel? What do you think about that? Him calling out Earl?
I actually don't have a problem with it. I think that would be a great fight for Earl to come back too. I really don't have a problem with that. Honestly, I'm like, oh, that may sound a little interesting right there because
Mm-hmm.
because of the dynamic of the fight itself. Um, yeah, I don't have a problem. I would be looking forward to that fight. To be honest with you.
I don't know what happened to your mic, bro. It was perfect, and then it started going crazy.
I start dropping bombs. I go to
Yeah, they put you in the matrix. So hold on. I'm gonna ask you this before I ask you the real question. What do you think about Tony Harrison calling out Earl Spence last night after his fight?
I thought Errol retired.
They don't know yet. Nobody really know if he retired or not yet. So they don't think nothing about that.
Y'all on some real bullshit.
Echo cancellation. Yo,
This is
Okay.
crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to damn do this shit myself. Automatically adjust mic. This shit reduce. That's about as much as I can do. But how do you feel about Tony Harrison? I thought Tony Harrison supposed to be retired, but he keep fighting. And on this note too, who's next? Who's next, man? Because I keep asking this question, I keep getting a bunch of different answers. Bud has retired.
Do you hear that? Yo, do you hear that shit, man?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Sometimes when you be on the phone, man, the phone or the tablet, that should be tripping.
Nah, man. It's pretty
But let
hard,
me.
man.
Nah, yeah,
Trying to
definitely.
black-
Because they was
They
bothering. They
trying
was
to
fucking
black-
me the other day.
Nah,
They
they
was
trying
fucking me the other
to
day.
blackball me. They trying to blackball me.
So who's next? Bud is gone. Who's it going? Is almost out the door. Who is next to be that guy? You know, Canelo. He pretty much done. Who is next?
Nobody.
Easy.
Nobody. Boxing is doomed. Nobody.
I got honestly. Let me say it like this. Old boy goes up to 170. Old boy goes up to cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And he gets that.
Them 2 belts.
He gets those cruiser belts. It's definitely, in my opinion, gonna be either David Benavidez, Bam Rodriguez, or maybe Abdullah. But Abdullah seemed way too young now. But it's starting to chalk up to be basically between Benavidez and Bam. But
There's a name that you don't like, man, and you're gonna have to get used to it. There's a name you don't like. You're gonna have to get used to it.
Who you talking about? Shakur?
Nope.
Who? Boots?
Yep.
How you figure Boots, bro? I would give.
Bro, he's dynamic, bro. And now that you got to start listening, now that you got to start looking at new people, right? Everybody, the game is about to change. So what I'm telling you is, there's even a chance, and I keep saying this. CJ hates it. If Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios, he'll be the face of boxing.
Yeah, I could see that. And to me, when I look, if I had to look at compare what you're saying as far as Boots and Ryan, right?
Boots, Ryan, David, Bam.
No, I don't have honestly. I don't have Boots in that category because for the reasons that many of the people in the boxing community, like the fighters themselves, may not be looking at Boots in that category because it's still like, when we really gonna see something from you? When are we really gonna see it from you? When are you gonna do? When are you gonna step up to the plate? Win, lose, or draw? Give us a Brian Norman, or I mean, not saying you're gonna fight Brian Norman, but take on all the responsibilities and all of whatever, like a Brian Norman, like a Devin Haney, like Shakur going up to fight T.O. whatever. Those are fights where we were like, yo, there's a real possibility that this dude could lose. With David Benavidez, he's given us those fights. He's just coming off a yard. He's coming off of like bro. If you look at the last 3 fights of Jerron Boots Ennis versus the last 3 fights of Bam Rodriguez or David Benavidez, the names don't even nah, bro. You ain't even in the same stratosphere
Don't nobody know who Bam fighting, bro. Don't nobody be knowing who Bam fighting, bro.
And I'm talking from a purist. And
they only want him to fight, and they only want him to fight in your way. Like they like, and then you got the purists who say, Man, Bam could go up to that weight. He cutting weight because he can.
Yeah, Bam talking about moving up, Bam. Like I'm putting Bam in there because Bam has that. When we looking at boxing today, looking at the landscape today, today's boxer, there's certain tangibles you got to have. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not giving us the dynamic and spectacular, moving the needle type of wins or performances when you in the ring, then you got to have that kind of like personality that tells everybody you're easily marketable or you can sell. Boots ain't got neither one of those just yet. Like the victories he's getting, it's like you gonna tell me about
he's on main stages every time he fight. I mean, as much as we talk shit, he's on the main stage every time he fight, bro. And that's just real.
It's just not his time yet. He's gonna get there one day. You know what I'm saying? It may take him like another 2-3 years because even when you listen to Eddie's talking about trying to build him properly to whereas he's getting the biggest bang for his name, and Boots is not really there yet. You know what I'm saying? If he gets this Virgil fight, and that Virgil fight happens, and he has a massive, impressive victory against Virgil, hands down, yes, I'm in 100% agreement with you. But where the situation is right now, you like fourth or fifth in line. You may be top 5, but you like fourth or fifth in line.
You tell me right now, what win that Bam Rodriguez has that is just like that from a guy that's in his same era, saying like he has fought nobody but older champions.
Well, you could say what the
Nonito Donaire, he was still an old man.
I'm not even going that far back because it's kind of what I'm just saying. It's like, okay, either you're having those type of performances, and when you look at the dude who Bam fought prior to this, that black dude, he wasn't nothing to play with. You feel what I'm saying? And Bam had to take that fight cautious and then put it on and then turn the gears up later after he figured the dude out. But the dude was still dangerous, and you could see the way Bam was fighting him, he was still dangerous. Now, the last guy he fought maybe is not as dangerous as the dude he fought just before that, but in that small weight category, those two dudes carry names. Maybe everybody don't know them because that weight class that Bam is in, pretty much anything, in my opinion, anything under 122 pounds, you're somewhat of an afterthought to most boxing fans. Oh, he fighting. I forgot he was on that card. Oh, I forgot that it was this, and that. And that's where Bam is kind of at. But if you know about him, you always hear people speak in a certain sense that's highly whatever. Now, when you look at Bam versus all those old fighters, when you look at who he got, I'm not gonna take away the Nonito Donaires. I'm not. I'm not going to take away any of those old fighters that were like in that generation that Bam fought, ex-champions and yada yada yada, because you build your credentials on the best on the names, the best available competition, and then making the best fights.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why I stopped doing the Boots, what I was doing to him. Because he was a pawn against as we see, the greatest fighter of this era. He was a pawn for him to keep him away from Earl for the longest time. Now, Bud is if he ain't retired, he retired, whatever. But everybody on their last leg. When you start looking forward right now, who has a chance to slip into that slot and be one of them guys? The fact that you think Boots need 3 years is fucking preposterous. It's
Why?
more on some other shit, bro, because none of these motherfuckers have a killer win. None of these guys have, and where you was like, it was a 50-50 fight. David Benavidez has one 50-50 fight. And now it wasn't even 50-50. It was 50-50 to y'all. I knew he was going to whoop David Morrell's ass. He ain't had a 50-50 fight either like that. But we said,
yeah, but the level of competition, because David Benavidez is that good, bro.
okay,
Morrell,
all right, cool. Morrell had fucking 12 fights, and everybody was hyping. He was not fucking ready. He was not fucking ready. Like I told everybody, he was not fucking ready.
you and me been, Pop, you and me been on that
It
train.
was a 50-50 fight just because the guy had a name. David Benavidez ain't been a 50-50 fight. Bam ain't been nowhere near 50-50 fight. How the fuck is these guys got the same, like, they resume a little bit better than Boots, but they really ain't whooped nobody that they thought you could beat them. No. So if you don't think that boy from Philly cannot slip right in there and get it, I'm telling
I
you,
didn't
bro,
say that. I didn't
not
say
gonna
that.
be 3 years. It's gonna be in the next year and a half, too.
I said, I gave you a caveat. I said, if he can get the Virgil fight, yeah, he could slip in there. I also said he is one of the top 5 guys that you people would be talking about or are talking about. He's one of those top 5 guys. But is it his time right now? No. I just don't think this is the Jerome Boots in his time when we're looking at when I say it like this. Mason just to a certain degree messed up the game in the sense that we all knew, some people probably knew, some people didn't know, but I was a person that was like, yo, oh my God, he's going to fight Sam Knox. Whoa, this dude, he really, really talking about he want an appetite for smoke. And Sam Knox delivered for me every last bit of my expectation. Yes, Abdullah Mason could have made that fight look easier, but he decided to dog it out, and I think he got a bigger push from dogging that fight out than trying to make it look easy, like his people was telling him. There's the entertainment value. So Abdullah, he's definitely, at the end of the day, Bud may get whatever of the year, but Abdullah is going to get one of those type of joints for maybe performance of the year, fight of the year, some shit like that. He's in that category. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he's more busier than these other guys. Now, is Abdullah Mason moving forward going to continue that streak now that he got his belt? At the end of the day, when I compare performances, when I look at all the tangibles, I'd look at Boots and I say, bro, you have a hell of a lot of talent. Why are you letting these people handle you in a way that makes it look like you constantly keep taking this easy route? You feel what I'm saying? If you're that good, show us that you're that good and pick that opponent and get it popping.
That opponent has to say yes.
Man, we keep hearing all of these people say yeah, and then Eddie don't get back to him. So
That's not what the man. Listen, I spoke to Ohio. He got back to Charles. Charles thought he needed more money.
Okay, so what's your point?
What I'm telling you is these niggas turned down their biggest paydays because they thought they needed more money.
Right.
And then niggas like y'all to be like, you should give them more when they never made nowhere near that shit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
See,
listen,
there you go. It doesn't matter. That is bad business.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That's
it doesn't matter
business.
because I'm gonna say it
That's
like
horrible
this.
business, bro. That's
when your job, you worked at one job. You worked at one job. You're a cook. You gained experience as a cook. When you go to your next job, that means you can't ask for more money because you're still a cook. No, you can. If you want to ask for more money, that's the part of the shit that's called negotiation. If you give me a number and then I give you a number and you say, oh no, then you never had an intention on negotiating with me or trying to make the fight. You want me to take your number, live with it, deal with it, whatever. And it's like, okay, all right, I hear what you're saying, but when it comes down to shit
That's
like
not
this,
even it. That's not even it. He negotiated a number. They stuck on the fucking number that they think they should be getting. It's called pricing yourself out, man, and you act like you don't know they be doing this.
Listen, it ain't what Charles Cornwell did was not the very examples of Keith Thurman way back in the day. He was asking 10 million to fight anybody. When it came to Boots, before Boots fought Lipinets, or after he fought Lipinets, he was like, I want 10 million. Keith Thurman was running around being a $10 million man. Yeah, you pricing yourself out. When it came down to what's his name, Floyd Schofield, asking his dad, saying, listen, it makes sense. We want 10 million to fight Mason. What? That is egregious pricing yourself out. If I'm telling you, listen, this is a big fight. It's this, and that. I may be looking for 500,000 more. We can negotiate. We can negotiate on that. We can negotiate. I'm not telling you I want 6 and 8 and 20 million to fight this dude. It was always a difference of a couple of 100,000 or 20,000, 20 to a couple of 100,000 for this dude. Eddie is moving this guy in a way to whereas he himself, and that's why I said the 3 years. Eddie Hearn himself is talking about a 3-year plan to make Jerome Boots and this megastar. That's Eddie's own that's his own words. If you're gonna stay signed to that dude, then that's that man's own words, then I gotta trust him on that. That's where I have to leave it. Because at the end of the day,
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Moving like that.
I ain't trying to hear that shit, AC. I ain't trying to hear that
okay,
shit.
You ain't trying to hear that shit, but that's his motor, and look at how he moving.
I ain't hearing that shit at all, bro. I ain't hearing that shit at all, bro.
Like,
yeah, like I looked at the landscape and I was like, he gonna catch holy hell for these niggas playing this musical chairs up here at 54. Ain't nobody gonna say shit about it. They're gonna be like, you should just overpay every damn body.
How is it overpaying everybody?
Wait. Hold on. How you gonna be asking for way more bread and you just lost your last fight and you still got one more fight on Golden Boy and you know they bury your ass? So how much longer you think you're gonna be buried? Somebody just offered you double what you just got last fight, and you gonna tell me that ain't enough? He ain't trying. No. Then you got Lubin saying, I'm not taking no step aside money. I don't care what you say. They move on from him. As soon as he find out that the fight is gonna be worth this, what he do? Boom. After Boots done fought or signed for his fight, everybody played musical chairs. Talaz, what did he do? Play musical chairs and ended up losing the belt anyway. So everybody at 54 played musical chairs with this dude. He fought the guy that took the bread, and everybody like I'm looking at it now, Rashidi Ellis all of a sudden beating Oscar Duarte is ranked in the WBO now. Like, really? Like, but bro, you turn down 500 grand and you making 3 grand a round in combat league. Like, man, like guys, I don't understand what you're talking about here, man. Like,
but do you understand what you're doing? Do you understand what you're doing? Because you just ran off a whole bunch of names, but one fucking name at 54. Why don't these dudes call out fucking Bakram? Is it Bakram or is it the 10-pound rehydration?
I just said Lubin said he was not taking step aside money.
But you're the bigger name. You could have.
He just said he was not taking step aside money. If he don't take step aside money, ain't nothing you can do.
Did that fight go into purse bid? Did that fight go into purse bid or anything to secure that fight?
After Boots signed his fight. After Boots signed his fight. See, now you want to play schematics with the bullshit. After Boots signed his fight, after Lubin said, I'm not taking step aside money.
But you're bullshit.
Then,
Because
hold on. Because I let you run off your bullshit. Hold on. Then Lubin found out how much the fight was going to be at purse bid and skated out the week of purse bid. And Baccarat ain't got to fight till now when he fight Josh Kelly next year. So it wasn't like Boots didn't want to get up there and get that damn fight. Lubin said, I just fought 2 title eliminators. I ain't stepping, no step aside money for me, but then stepped aside. After Boots signed his fight. Tell us, after Boots signed his fight, he wasn't busy and then loses the belt anyway.
Right.
So Pandora is hurt. So he's had surgery and was healing. And Xander had just won his belt. So you mean to tell me it's his fault that he can't get any other name? And then when he offered guys money that didn't have a belt, they like, oh man, you got to give me this, and you ain't never got that.
Bruh. You got the name. You got everything behind you. Turk told you before all of that bullshit started, I want to make big fights with you. So you want to go that direction instead of fucking with the Turk and saying, listen, I'll do the big fights with you. I'll hop up, show you how big my balls are, how heavy I thump and everything else. I'll do all of that because I know I got you behind me and I know I'm that man. He didn't do none of that. You went up there and you fought a relative no fucking body for an IBO fucking title. At the end of the day, you had everything in your corner. Shorty was in a hotel waiting for you, homie. She called you, told you, listen, daddy, I'm ass naked. I just took a bath. I'm ass naked. I'm waiting for you. You say, hold on. Let me call her homies and see what the fuck they doing tonight. Nah, nigga, I'm not buying that bullshit you selling me because he had the Turk. The Turk told him. And then what this faggot do? He said, I want 2 tune-up fights. Mm-hmm. The same pussy shit that Virgil did that Virgil didn't get cooked on. Because Virgil had his 2 tune-up fights. Boots did the same thing moving up to 54. Mm-hmm. These niggas ain't it. So that's why I'm not putting them there like that. It's not your time. Because the way you move tell me you ain't him. You can't be him moving like that when you got all of that bread behind you.
Man, that bitch you talking about was on her period and she was fronting. She just wanted you to front. How about that, nigga? Yeah. You go to another New York nigga. You can't run that shit on me. That bitch you talking about had her period and it was the first day. So you wasn't getting none. How about that? So that shit you talking, I ain't hearing. That shit I'm talking, you ain't hearing. How about that, nigga? That shit ain't going there. It ain't going there, nigga. Real talk. It ain't going there. Not today. No. I'm not watching from nobody else's perspective. I'm watching from mine. And I already said it. Boy, you better go to 160.
Oh, that's what we've been said, right, Pop? That's what we've been said about the dude.
I could not, but listen, if I already said they're gonna play musical chairs with him at 54, I can't get mad at that.
What was our fucking argument? What was our argument? Now
I'm not mad at him.
Now hindsight being 2020, it makes it look even worse for him because you and I have been saying, listen, go to fuck the 160 at the very least, because this is what you said. Then the Turk offer you, say, I only want you in the big fights. I'll make the money happen for the big fights. Give me a name. No, I can't give you a name right now because I want 2 tune-ups. Bro, that said, no. Bro, it ain't your time yet. It ain't your time yet. You're going to get there. I know you're going to get there. But it ain't your time right now.
Bro, who time is it then? Who time is it? Because everybody got tune-ups that went, and everybody got at least 2 tune-ups. Like, they've been in Videz, ain't been in no real fight yet. This probably his realest fight because he's jumping up 25 pounds. What are you talking about? Baby ain't been in no real fight.
For me, Anthony Yard was a real fight for him. Regardless of what
everybody else knew what was going to happen in that damn fight.
Yeah, we all knew David Benavidez was going to win, but the point was
there wasn't no 50-50 fight at all. And then when we first saw the fight, he beat the shit out of him worse than we damn thought. So, no, it wasn't no 50-50 fight at all.
Because he showed up and showed out. He's showing, look, it's a 50-50 fight on paper. When you go in there and you just do what you do, everybody, you go in there and you do what you do,
Man, that shit was the only available fight. You talking about 50-50 fight on that shit was the
You
only
changed
available.
you changed. I've been calling for him to fight Yard to tell me, listen, you beat a nigga like Yard up there. You know what I'm saying? You solidifying yourself as a dangerous person. Yard is the gatekeeper right there.
He beat Yard easier than Morrell and the first dude. He beat Yard was his easiest fight at 75.
Yes, because he's acclimated to the weight. We give him
That ain't
all
tell me
the props,
nothing.
and now you acclimated to the weight, and you looked vicious in that fight. You
To be
took
truthfully honest, at 75 ain't nothing outside of Bevel and Viterbiev. No more motherfuckers ain't nothing at 75.
Yeah, he done like he ain't gonna like. I'm like where I'm at right now with him is I don't think he's gonna get the Bivol or Viterbiev fight. Them dudes is a foot and a half out the door. 75. I mean, going up to cruiser is smart as hell. You go up to cruiser and you do your thing at cruiser. Hands down, this is your time, bro. This is the monster era. This is the monster's era right here.
So yeah, but this is his first joint, bro.
Yeah, so all he got to do is show up and show out, and then he walks through that door, and now he can claim shit. He's just like all I'm saying, Pop, is this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying between Boots, between Boots, Mason, you can say Mason. I'm just gonna drop him at number 6. I'm not even gonna put him in the top 5 because he's just too young and too green. But the people to take over for me is like Bam. I'm gonna say Benavidez. Who else could be a top 5 guy?
You're gonna have to say Ryan, Shakur, or Boots.
I'm trying to go from the top down.
I don't know how you got Bam in there, bro. I was like, listen, I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you.
Fabio Wardley could be one of those guys, but he's gonna be the guy to take over the heavyweight.
Nope, I don't see him. I don't see him being there. Nope, I see heavyweight being dead for a minute.
Nah, I see Fabio
Wardley. I be truthful, and I like Moses better than Fabio.
Wow, that's crazy. I like Fabio way more than Moses.
I like Moses.
Moses, you ain't doing nothing for me right now.
I like him way better. He finishing niggas. Niggas don't get up. That's a fact.
Wardley.
Man, Wardley
just had Usyk duck this nigga, so that tells me a hell of a lot.
Wardley take a beating,
and then
He takes a beating. You're not gonna make no money fighting that dude, man. Come on, bro. This dude is this dude got 6 toes left in the game. What you talking about?
He the blue collar champ, bro. People gonna like that hard
work. Man, I don't like him, man. I don't care. I don't think everybody's big on I'll be truly honest with you. Like since Roger died, I'm totally different. Everybody's big on Kabayev. I don't see it.
I don't see it neither.
Exactly. So I don't see it. The guy that beat the guy that just beat the old ass dude that had been around forever for the WBA regular belt. I don't even know.
Oh, you talking about Pulev, the dude that just
the guy just beat Pulev. Pulev ain't supposed to have that goddamn belt no damn way.
Yeah, bro.
So I don't even know who you is. And then Moses is right in line for that. You know they're gonna be ducking him because homie gonna be trying to get bro, once Usyk leave, the belts are gonna be up for grabs again, and then you're gonna have the 2 old motherfuckers that's still gonna be around. That's gonna have the bigger name, which is gonna be Fury and Joshua. Once they fight,
them niggas is doing something else over there, bro. They ain't going back.
They're gonna get chances at belts. Dubois is gonna be looked at as the straight. Look how you got whooped after how you did Joshua, but Joshua got the name, bro. When the fuck is F.A. Ajabo gonna fight again, or Martin McCoy?
I don't know. You still got. If Frank Sanchez could get his knee together, you got him. You got this other young Cuban heavyweight that's supposed to be coming. You got that black dude.
Frank Sanchez is they about to sack. I'm gonna be real with you. They
might sacrifice him, bro.
They're trying to sacrifice him right now with Big Baby Anderson for IBF eliminator, and probably whoever wins that eliminator.
But it may not go well for Big Baby fucking around with Frank. If Frank's knee is all right. If he ain't got that Patrick Ewing knee brace on his joint, he'll be all right, bro. I think he'll be all right. I think he might give Big Baby some real problems.
Exactly.
Like some real problems. So other than that, I'm saying it like this.
Maybe better. He better
It's
push
a
him around
toss up
me or something.
between two slots because there are three potential guys that could fit into that slot. You're talking about Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, or Devin Haney. Actually, four. Depending on what these guys actually do moving forward.
So
So
I'm gonna give
there's
you a
that great.
scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario. If T.O. beats Shakur, think about that. All that shit that people be talking like. When I say that, people be like, "I can't say it. I can't say it." Okay, but let's just say what happened that you had to fucking see it. I bet you a lot of people couldn't see James Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson in Tokyo. Just couldn't see it, right? Okay, so what if T.O. beats Shakur in a split decision? Or it's a draw. And T.O. looked really good. Where do we go from there?
Either they gonna push for a rematch, an immediate rematch, or they're gonna go in a different direction where they're gonna take a couple of fights and then revisit each other after a couple of fights to build that rematch up even bigger. I would expect Shakur. I would expect Shakur to probably look at a Lamont Roach. You feel what I'm saying? Because he seems that that's a fight that he may
That's
be
a boring
wanting.
ass fight right there.
Yeah, but he's looking at that fight, more than anybody else.
That fight is boring, bro. Come
I
on,
don't know. Roach might bring something to it, bro. I'm big on Roach, and I think Roach has a solid chance of trying to crack at least get his name. He might be if we extended it to a top 10. Roach is trying to find a space between 7 and 10. Roach is trying to find a space in that conversation. I get it. I see what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with you is you're the black version of Sandor Martin.
I just don't want to see. I don't want to see two counter punches. Like, who's gonna press the issue?
I think Roach will press the issue because he did it. He did it with to his detriment, probably early, giving up some of those early rounds. He was kind of pressing the issue at times with Pitbull. Standing in the middle, standing there, wanting to trade with him, wanting to fight in that phone booth and shit like that. Between the two of those guys, I think Shakur would be more than happy to engage him in that phone book type of fight because
man, you gotta trust, man. Come on, AC trying to sell that fight. Come on, bro. That fight ain't gonna sell.
The only way you sell a fight is and this is disgusting. The only way you sell that fight is on the fact that Lamont Roach pulled a draw with Tank and he pulled a draw with Pitbull. You're gonna build that fight on the fact of who Lamont Roach previously fought. Shakur doesn't sell that fight unless it's Shakur's.
Nobody, they can't either one of them sell that fight, man. That fight not gonna be sold, bro. That fight, no. Both of them got to fight the same type of fighters, and then it got to be built up to that. Like, it can't. They got to win in great fashion. That shit is not gonna work, bro. I don't see it.
Then it's a co-main fight. At very best, it's a co-main.
I don't want to see that unless they done did something. I don't want to see it. Like right now, it's gotta pop. Boxing has to pop, bro. Like,
but then who does, like, when you're talking about a person like Shakur, what fight does Shakur have that people will say is gonna pop?
This is one of them. But here's the thing: people are downgrading.
Go ahead.
People are downgrading T.O. so much that you gonna downplay the fucking win. That's stupid.
Yeah, and that's the part that I don't like. This is why, for me, sometimes I choose the underdog's role just to give the underdog a voice. I still may feel deep down inside.
I don't see how T.O. is the underdog. I don't see how T.O. is the underdog.
Neither do I. But it's because he's the more accomplished fighter. if you really break down the two of them, Tio is far more accomplished to me than
And
what
Shakur.
Tio is a real, two division champion.
Lineal.
Yeah, he's got the two lineal belts. You the champion of champions. You feel what I'm saying? So you got that. So that to me tells me you're not the B side. Outside
So
of
if
that,
he wins, and we know how Tio knows how to play the villain.
yeah, with that Shakur Jigama, he definitely know.
He knows how to play the villain.
And
You feel me? So I just seen Shakur on Cigar Talk. I ain't gonna look at it yet. I ain't watch it all the way through. I probably watch it at work, but he knows how to play the villain. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tio could go many places with this. You feel what I'm saying? Like Shakur could win, right? And then does he be the nice guy? Does he go back to being Sugar Shakur and you know what I'm saying, all smiles and giggles and just, or is he in his, standoffish type shit still where he's his loner, AJ Styles type shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's two scenarios right there, right? If Ryan doesn't lose convincingly, if he looks decent or beats Barrios, maybe even drops him 1 or 2 times. Ryan Garcia with the green belt face of boxing in a way that could happen, but it's like, are you fucking serious?
yeah, because he's gonna put the asses in seats. He's controversial in a certain way that sells. Like Ryan Garcia's controversy sells. So when you look at it, Ryan Garcia is great for the business of boxing. You just have to accept it. Drug allegations, some of the racist shit he says, he's still that guy that's gonna everybody's still gonna talk about. Yeah, but what about Ryan? Here's the crazy thing. You lose to a guy that you shouldn't have lost to by no circumstances. You don't take a hit for that, but you get rewarded with another chance at a real belt now. That tells you who Ryan Garcia is.
Two real belts. After some controversial shit, you got the fight for 2 real belts. You supposed to get the WBA, and then we could talk about you in a boots or some type of shit, and that would make some noise, right? But here's the thing, right? If Ryan gets that WBC belt at 47, right? This is just hypothetical. He gets that belt. Who do you think he fights? After, because we have to wait for everything to play out, because I pretty much think Rolly's getting the Manny Pacquiao fight. Right? So does Ryan wait, or does he lock in a fight to fight Conor Benn?
Yeah, Ryan versus Conor Benn is gonna happen. And then I don't know. I'm not.
Hold on, wait now, because I get that you're number one, Conor, but unification trumps everything. So if you can unify with the winner of the Rolly Manny Pacquiao fight,
yeah, you could do that, but for me, when I look at it, Ryan Garcia going over to the UK to fight Conor Benn is
big. It's big, right?
That's bigger than big. You know what I'm saying? That trumps the unification aspect of it, because right after that, you're gonna take that energy, come right back to the States, and now every one of them champions is the B side to you, including Mr. Devin Haney.
Now, I haven't even got to Devin Haney yet, right? Here's the thing. If you're Ryan, here's your thing, right? I fight Conor Benn, right? Defend the belt, right? Or, right? Because here's the thing, because you're going to be Ryan Garcia with a legit belt. Or I take that more easier fight. I'm about to be real with you now. I take the more easier fight, which will be, in my mind, it would be fighting Manny Pacquiao in probably Vegas, right? Just saying, Ryan, Manny in Vegas. If Manny beats Rolly. If not, Ryan gets to get his get back against Rolly, unification, probably in California.
Yeah.
You feel me? All
Yeah.
gonna be major, right? Because if Rolly beats Manny, he's gonna get like that. Who the fuck? And then and Rolly know how to talk, right? So we're talking what's gonna happen in the next few years, right? So I'm saying the setup for Ryan is crazy. So and then that all that would do would make Connor being mad and get Eddie to talking and Connor to talking, and they'll be mad, right? And then all that'll do is just give Ryan good because he's a counterpuncher. Just give him great good left hooks to come back on until they actually fight, right? In that meanwhile, that's what Ryan has in front of him, right? If you're Devin Haney, to stay in that realm, you got to go get Lewis Crocker and get them 2 belts. There's no other way for you to be able to compete. You got to go, and you might need to knock Lewis Crocker out. No bullshit. You may need to knock him out.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question because for me, the Lewis Crocker, no matter who goes after Lewis Crocker at 47, it's one part of it that's crucial to me. Do you fight Lewis Crocker in America or do you fight Lewis Crocker in Ireland?
Lewis Crocker said he willing to come to America. I seen it.
Oh shit! I think wow.
He's not the listen. Here's the thing. I've been saying it.
He just lost. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I've been saying it, right? And people they get it once I say it. Lewis Crocker is not he wasn't supposed to win that fight.
Against Patty?
See, listen now, think about it. His name Patty Donovan. If you wanted to build that fight and have it over there in Ireland, Patty Donovan sounds way more Irish than Lewis Crocker.
Yeah.
Patty Donovan, you know who the fuck he is, right? You know who the fuck that dude is. Patty, his name Patty. His name probably Patrick, but he going by Patty. His name Patty. You know what I'm saying? So Patty was supposed to win that fight on some real shit because in the first fight, I think they took away Patty's knockout. So, but Lewis boxed him out. So Lewis is willing to come over here because he ain't they want Patty to get back, but they ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that would be their third fight.
Dev has to get this belt for him to stay in the realm of what's going to go on at 47.
I honestly only see Dev and Ryan getting it on at this point to make it the rematch and everything.
Undisputed.
Yeah, exactly. It's undisputed. For everybody to get the biggest bang for their buck to break maybe a viewership record depending on what platform it's going to be, it's got to be for undisputed. Anything else, it's just a rematch.
It's going to be on his own. It's going to be on his own.
What you think it's going to be? Now, I'm going to ask you this question. If that's the scenario we're talking about, does that fight right there, and this also is a great introduction for Bold, does that fight classify itself as a ring magazine, a ring title fight between Devin and Ryan at 47?
If it goes how we say it goes, that's going to be for undisputed. It's going to be for lineal undisputed. And it's going to be get back.
But does it make more sense?
The get backs. It's going to be get backs of the get backs.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Ryan he said, y'all got me for this bullshit, but I really beat your ass. And Dev is like, nigga, you cheated. I'm about to fuck you up. So it's get back to the get backs, and it's undisputed, and it'll be lineal at the time. There's no way that if they take care of business like they're supposed to, yes, they could probably make one of the biggest bags in boxing ever, because people keep saying Ryan gonna go back to Golden Boy. This is the last fight on Golden Boy. I don't know what the fuck Ryan gonna do. And if he gets the belt, Ryan Garcia could be Ryan Garcia. Because everybody keep talking about Floyd told me this, Floyd told me that. Floyd told Ryan some shit too.
Yeah.
So, but Bo, what's good, Pimpin'?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, you know what it is. Hey,
Man,
Bo, you funny as hell, man. Listen, I went back and listened to the video you dropped after the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you funny as hell, man. That's fucked up, man. But hey, listen, here's the thing. When it comes to that, right? Because I'm gonna take it back to that. I don't understand what the problem. He got his ass whipped finally. Y'all okay? It's okay. Jake finally got fucked up. What's the problem? Well, he didn't fuck him up fast enough. This shit sound crazy. Like he didn't fuck him up fast enough. He ain't fuck him up right enough. He should have fucked him up like this. What do you mean? The fuck do you guys mean? Like, okay, so I was like, yo, I think he made it when he hit him with the left. He was like, nah, he fucked him up on that one right hand. Okay, cool. So what y'all saying is he hit him on one side of the face and he broke two different sides of
AJ's trash.
So what the fuck? Like, I don't care. Like, what's the problem? Nobody else did it. He did it. I don't understand this shit. What's the problem?
I mean, you acting like AJ went in there and beat this dude up. He didn't.
No, I said he broke.
Hold on.
What the fuck are we talking about here, man?
Yeah, he broke his jaw because Jake Paul was exhausted, breathing with his mouth open, and he got hit with his mouth wide open. Anybody can have the jaw broke by anybody if you get hit with your mouth wide open.
Why the fuck he had the mouth wide open?
Because he was exhausted.
Whose fault is that?
It's his fault. But
That's gonna be
running.
No. See, you looking at this all wrong. You looking at this like, I hate Jake Paul. Jake Paul finally got what he deserved.
I don't care about
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this from a different aspect. I'm looking at this from where AJ is allegedly at versus a guy who's a novice. Okay, let's take what we can take from it. First off, AJ could not cut off the ring. Before Jake Paul got tired, he couldn't even fucking hit him. It was ridiculous. He was missing all day. He couldn't even land a shot on him. Number two, he never went to the body. He never tried to hit him with hooks to the body whenever he was coming off the off angle, skimming the ropes to get away. He had no idea how to trap him. Number three, he's shell-shocked. He's done as a fighter at the top. Because every time Jake Paul would do a feint, AJ would bite on it and back up and stop like he was scared. Number four, when he was throwing his jabs early in the fight, he was jabbing from a range that he could not even hit Jake Paul. If he does this type of stuff against top elite fighters who can actually fight, he's going to get put to sleep again like Dubois did him. The dude is finished.
That's cool. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about.
Who cares about Jake Paul? Jake Paul was supposed to get killed in the first round.
Man, I got a little pushback on that, man. For one, I don't give a damn how much you say somebody can't cut off the ring. Ain't nobody catching somebody that's going to literally run around the ring, bro. I don't give a damn what cutoff you talk about, because there's a lot of people that know how to cut off the ring and can't catch somebody. Like Canelo know how to cut off the ring, but he couldn't catch fucking goddamn William Skull. If somebody going to fucking move around the ring and trying their best not to get hit, and they literally running, ain't that much cut off in the ring that you can actually do, man. Now, as far as was AJ missing shots, yeah, he was missing shots. I ain't gonna deny that part. But to say like the man don't know how to cut off the ring, the nigga is running, man. When I'm gonna chase this dude around, I'm weighing over 250. The hell I'm gonna look like I'm chasing a little ass dude around the ring for? Oh man, come on, man. And the ring was like 22 by 22.
Which is normal. That's normal.
No, that's not normal.
Yes,
man.
it is.
No, a lot of people don't fight.
All boxing ring. No, look here. The boxing ring.
22 by 22.
Look, Bo, if you're gonna make a statement, then be factual about it.
No,
All
I am being,
boxing
I'm being
venues in event.
factual, bro. I'm being
No, it's
factual.
not. Boxing rings
Man,
go from anywhere from 18 to 24 feet
I understand that.
on a regular.
Normally you don't see people in boxing rings that goddamn big, bro.
Yes,
Like,
you do. You see it all the
all right,
time. You just don't realize it.
all right, you got it, man. You got it.
Bro, you can literally Google this shit. Like, if you don't believe me, go to Google.
I ain't said
22 by
I don't believe.
22. A big ring is 24 by 24. That's the biggest size ring you can have. And they didn't allow to do that.
My thing is this, man. Ain't no big ass man gonna start chasing some little ass dude around the ring, man. I don't
Okay,
care if you
so
cut off or not. The nigga ran, bro.
Bo, let's go to your example, right? William Skull versus Canelo Alvarez, okay? Now, there's a big difference in what Skull was doing and what Jake Paul was doing. Skull was actually pausing his movement, throwing jabs, throwing straights. He was giving something for Canelo to think about, because when Canelo was trying to cut off the ring, he was getting popped, and then you would see Skull go off the off angle to get away, okay? That's completely different than a dude who's doing absolutely nothing and just moving around the ring. Completely different scenario.
But you're
Number
acting
two.
like hold
on, Bo.
See, I never even cut him off, bro. All right, go ahead.
Then you got to understand something. Skull is a high IQ fighter, which means when he's throwing them jabs, when he's throwing them straights, they got popped to him. They're respectable. It may not be a power punch where it's going to one-shot you, but it can stop you in your track. Jake Paul doesn't have that type of snap. He doesn't have that type of anything to give threat. So again, it's like comparing what
anybody could get punched in their face, man. Whether it get snapped or not. That's how people get knocked out, because they take people punches for granted, and it'd be that one punch that you say, "Oh man, that shit ain't hurt me," and pow, your ass out.
Yeah, but Bo, there's a difference. You can see, like when you in the ring, you can see somebody load up on a shot and wing for the fence. You could also see a dude throw an arm punch. You know, if there's no hip rotation, no explosion off the toes into the knees, into the thighs, into the hips, rotating with the body behind it, you know it's got nothing behind it. You know what to look for when you fight, and you've seen it enough. You know what's going to be thrown with mean intention and what's just going to be a little pity pat or nothing. So again, it's like, I don't know. I can't agree, man. Look, you can say a big man ain't gonna chase a little man, but the fact of the matter is even when you see guys run, like to go versus Ryan Garcia, you'll start to see when them dudes have no offense, they get closer and closer to the ropes to where they can't get off the ropes, to where now they can't get out the corner. AJ didn't do none of that.
Man,
he didn't even back him down.
AJ let that man tire his ass out, man. That's what it happened. Because just by AJ presence, the dude, Jake Paul had track shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man tired himself out.
To say that he only
them clinch stud body shots. That's what slowed him down.
To say that he only knocked him out because he was exhausted, that's because what's his name made him exhausted. He running around the ring.
Whoa,
that's
Jake
why I said you ain't gotta chase him.
Jake made himself exhausted.
Exactly.
AJ didn't really do
No.
nothing.
He made himself exhausted because he was intimidated by AJ.
I don't disagree with that. But again, like I said in the first round when the fight started, I was like, yo, Jake Paul can't keep doing this movement or he gonna get tired. You can't do this for 8 rounds straight. Nobody can. So again, I don't disagree with him being intimidated. I don't disagree with him being scared, because he ain't never fought nobody like that, and he ain't never fought nobody with that type of power. However, again, people could throw this fucking parade that Jake Paul got hurt, got sent to the hospital, fractured 2 places in his jaw, titanium metal put there to put it back straight, lost some teeth. That's cool. But I don't care about Jake Paul, because at the end of the day, Jake Paul was there to make Anthony Joshua look good. And in my opinion, if you take away the 6th round, AJ did not look good. He didn't. And you could see it in his face. Whenever he did a press conference, the dude looked depressed on a win.
Man,
yeah, but
I'm gonna put it like this, though. Check this out. How can you look good when the dude is diving for your legs and trying to give you a blowjob, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, man, this Jake Paul, bro, he running and he trying to do takedowns. The dude try to ankle pick.
Plus, I'm gonna say it like this: AJ's coming off a knockout, and he's coming off a 15-month layoff. He admitted after the fight, he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't happy with my performance. The layoff and other things, happen. But for me mentally, it worked for me. For me mentally, he was basically alluding that just to get in there, get in the ring, get a feel of things. He wanted to punish him, but everyone knows we've seen fights. You can somewhat be an elite fighter, but if the guy doesn't want to get knocked out and the guy is just trying to survive, we've seen those fights where the guy just survives no matter how much the other dude is hold on, let me finish. No matter how much the other dude is trying to avoid things. If you're trying to survive a fight, one of the things that people don't talk about, and only and boxers would know this, is you may be working on a jab, a 1-2, and then creating that exit. Because you hear his corner. You heard Jake's corner saying, just keep moving. Don't do this, don't do that. Just keep moving around and create those exits. So that was the strategy. That was the strategy.
AC, I don't disagree with you. Like, I don't disagree with the sentiment that it's hard to knock somebody out who don't want to fight. I don't disagree with that. But where I do disagree is we're talking about levels. It's very hard. It's very hard to knock out a guy who doesn't want to be knocked out, who doesn't want to engage, when they're good fighters, because they have good footwork, they know how to move. When you have a guy like Jake Paul, who's constantly crossing his legs, who does not keep his weight on his back, but who's like, the dude don't even know how to move. So we're not talking about a high IQ
this is
fighter.
Where I give you your talking points, because some of the pushback that let me just say this real. Some of the pushback that I was giving AJ, and some of the things that I was like, whoa, bro, you are a gold medalist. And you can't get this dude up out of there. You letting him do all of this movement on you? Like what?
Man,
you didn't do the Andy Ruiz type of life.
Man, y'all acting like Jake Paul really did some moves, man.
No, I'm not.
He ran, man. Look. I'm gonna put it like this, man.
Bro, he did lead that rope on AJ's face.
I could have lasted 6 rounds doing the exact same thing Jake Paul was doing, just running. My man was fighting like that episode on Martin with Tommy Hearns, man. He literally was fighting just like that, bro. Like, I could have did that for 6 rounds and got my jaw broken.
Look here, I just want to say this. Sometimes I wish we had like teleporters. I wish we lived in the future, right? Because, Bo, that statement that you made that you could do what Jake Paul did, I wish me and you could just teleport to a boxing ring. I ain't been in a boxing ring for damn near 9 years. Last time I was in a ring, I was 26. I'm 35 now. So damn near 9 years, right? And I could promise you, like, I would try to like knock you out, but I could promise you, you thinking that it's easy to skate around a ring like that against somebody who's been in the ring with a lot of experience, I promise you I would trap you within the first 60 seconds. I promise you.
But here's the thing. I've been in the ring. Last time I did boxing was like 10 years ago. I've been in the ring. I'm saying what Jake Paul did, I could have done. I could have ran. I could have.
I'm not saying you couldn't have.
And then finally,
that wasn't my point, though, Bo. My point wasn't that you couldn't have ran. Anybody in their mind could think that they can run. The point that I was trying to make is, even myself, and I would almost put money on it, that I had been removed from the ring for 9 years. I ain't never been a unified champion, a 2-time heavyweight champion. I ain't never been a gold medalist, but I could trap you. If you ain't doing no firepower to me, I could lock your ass into them ropes the way you gonna have rope burn on your back. Like, you're not gonna leave them ropes. And that's my only point. Like, it's not about Jake running. It's about the lack of AJ doing what he was supposed to do with the amount of knowledge that he should have. Like, that should have been an easy night for him. Okay, this dude's just gonna run from me. He's gonna try to play keep away. Now I'm going to see how he moves. When I step here, is he going to go to the left? Is he going to go to the right? Okay, now I know he's only going to go to the left. He don't know how to move to the right. So now I know which direction he's going to go. Okay, now I'm going to step over here to his right and cut him off. Does he get off balance when he goes to his left, or can he actually try to circle out? Oh, he's getting off balance. Because remember, he damn near broke his ankle trying to shift directions. It's little things like that I would expect, and I understand people could be like, oh, you're on YouTube, but it's little things like that you would think a guy with that much experience would be thinking in the middle of the ring. Because, again, boxing is physical. Don't get me wrong. You can either have the physicality, the attributes to do it, or you can't, but a lot of it everybody is special at a certain point, and a lot of it is mental, and you should be thinking your way through. And I just expected a much higher IQ from a guy like that I didn't see. I didn't see any IQ. Like I'm telling you right now, if Tank Davis would have been in that ring, he would have done Jake Paul way worse if Jake Paul would have fought him like that. It wouldn't win 6 rounds. I guarantee you Tank would have got him out of there in 3.
Jake Paul wouldn't be running from Tank like that. He wouldn't have ran for Tank like that. Tank is a lot smaller. And again, Tank being smaller, he's a lot faster. The dude, AJ, weighed like 250, bro, on a good day. He weighed, I know he weighed in at 243, but I guarantee you he rehydrated over 250 pounds. The man is too damn big to be chasing a little ass dude around the ring. I mean, it's just obvious, man. I mean, we talking about like apples and oranges, man. If Tank Davis was weighing like 250, man, he ain't catching no Jake Paul fighting like that. He just let Jake Paul tire himself out.
My point is not that Jake would fight Tank different in step to him. I said if Jake went on the back foot and just ran without throwing any firepower back, I guarantee you Tank would have got him out of there within 3 rounds. I guarantee you would have seen what I'm talking about.
Tank ain't weighing no 250 pounds. Tank ain't weighing no 250 pounds. He got all the stamina. He's a small dude.
I understand that, but you're missing my point. My point is his size. I don't care. I'm talking about the way he would have cut off the ring and stuck to Jake like glue. That's all I'm talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with size, weight, none of that.
It has a lot to do with
bone.
In boxing. Hear me out. It has a lot to do with your stamina, bro. Tank stamina at just in general. If none of them was boxers, Tank being a smaller guy naturally has way more stamina than a dude that was weighing over 250 pounds and solid muscle. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we like?
I don't look, when you're using angles and you're moving forward and you're not really exerting yourself, it doesn't take a lot of energy. Like, I'm not burning a lot of energy moving forward, not having to think with you just running around the ring. Like, I'm really not burning. I start burning energy when I start throwing shots at you, when I start trying to hit you and I'm missing and you're doing this, you're doing that, and I'm trying to think my way through it. But if all you're doing is running from me, it's not a lot of energy being burnt to take a couple of steps at angles to try to cut you off.
But you didn't see those body shots, though? Those body shots, you could see, like, after Jake would be in the clinch and AJ would hit him, like, with that downward thud, you heard them and you see. I noticed that, I think it was like the 3rd and 4th round when he started to really catch him with them shots, when he was clinching like that, he would stand up and, like, kind of extend his back, like, oh, shit, that one was, ooh. You feel what I'm saying? And
well, yeah. I don't disagree. The dude got power. Like, there's no doubt that AJ got power. Like, we know he's got power. We've seen him flatline people. But my only thing is, like I said, I can't get over the fact that he's over here biting on every feint from a dude who shouldn't even be in the ring with him and jumping backwards. Like, he's
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he bit on every feint.
He bit on a lot of feints.
I mean, you're not gonna go in there with total disrespect. I don't care who you are, man. Yo, it will be more embarrassing to get hit with something because you ain't try to bite on a feint than sit up biting on a feint. Like, if you get caught and knocked out, people be like, bro, what you thought you just walked through punches? I mean, come on, man. Like,
when your MO is counterpunching, like AJ's is, you shouldn't be biting on every single feint. You should be hoping he throws so you can catch him with a counter. That's how AJ's got the majority of his knockouts, is by counterpunching, not jumping away from feints. No, I think he's shot. I think he's a shot fighter.
Okay. Hold on. I know you think he's shot, Tony. That's not even what I even give a shit about. I'm just saying, somebody finally got rid of Jake Paul, right? Or somebody finally fucked Jake Paul up. What's the problem?
I don't care about Jake Paul. I'm just solely looking at what AJ did in the ring. I said I would be surprised if this went more than 3 rounds. So being that Jake doubled the time that I was giving him, I don't think Jake lost in this quote unquote ass whooping where he really only took one hard solid shot.
Right.
I think he comes out. I think his his notoriety increases.
See now, okay, now, Tony,
I'm telling you the reality. Smoke. You might not like the dude.
I like Jake Paul, but I'm about to talk to you.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. This dude, according to the quote unquote casuals, which I never believe he'd get knocked out in the first round. I thought it would take AJ about 3 to find him. But the thing is he wasn't supposed to go past the first round according to the media. He wasn't supposed to go around the first round according to diehard boxing fans and casuals alike. He wasn't supposed to go past the first round. The fact that he went 5 more rounds with AJ is only going to boost him when they go to the next fight, because now he's going to be like, I was supposed to get knocked out in the first round. I went 6 rounds. I guarantee you his popularity increases.
Okay. I gave my prediction of him getting knocked out in the 6th.
It's a troll way of marketing, but at the end of the day, he still got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is that how you gonna get a more victory for running, man? My man was he was faster than Noah Lyles, bro. My man was sitting up here.
Did he get knocked out?
Let me say this.
Let me get knocked out.
Let me say this, y'all.
I didn't see him sleep.
I'm just saying this, right? Like, I ain't guaranteeing it, but I know that, like, some of them people were like, AJ, make it look okay, don't.
That's why I gave it 6.
Don't do it too soon,
That's why I
you can turn it up after a while. He probably gonna irritate you. It's cool. We get it. The fact that people act like one, they don't act like one, they don't know that. 2, AJ was like, I said it was gonna probably be his worst sparring match he ever had before in his life. The Tank fight was gonna be a glorified sparring match. This really, really bad. But I do think that when they couldn't get Tank to play ball, it's a whole lot of other shit that pop up, because all this footage that they say they got has yet to come up. And Tank's been on the run since Thanksgiving and ain't been found yet. That's just crazy in America. But anyway,
but that ain't got nothing to do with Jake, what allegedly happened with Tank. That ain't got nothing to do with the fight itself being canceled. That's all.
Once you I feel like this, right? I call Jake Paul Vince McMahon of boxing. He's the promoter that actually got in the goddamn ring. He took the stunners and the choke slams and the whatever finished the pay. He took whatever. He took the punches to the face. He did that shit because, I mean, ain't nobody like that. If just think if Alicia Baumgartner was the headliner on that damn card, how upset you would have been.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. At the end of the day,
I don't have no problem with him. Like, people want him to get beat up so bad. I'm like, yo, bro, if y'all ain't noticed, like when he couldn't beat, what's Tyson Fury brother name?
Tommy Fury.
Okay, cool. I don't even know his damn name. But when he couldn't beat him and we had problems with him, I was like, yo, listen, AJ gonna hit him with a right hand. And y'all just don't understand the difference between a legit heavyweight and he was a heavyweight champion, and what y'all think Jake Paul doing with the old.
Yeah, but Smoke, the only issue I have with what you're saying is I would agree to everything. But the problem is, I was watching AJ load up and throw knockout shots in the first, second, third, fourth round. If one of those would have landed, it would have been over, allegedly. Assuming it would have been over. He was trying to knock him out. Second thing that backs that up is at the press conference, the dude looked depressed that it went 6 rounds. So I don't think he was trying to give him rounds. I don't think he was trying to stretch it out. I really legit believe that AJ tried his best to stop this dude and couldn't get it into the 6th round.
Okay. I still I don't think AJ probably gonna be heavyweight champion again ever. I just think that he will probably fight for the damn belt and somebody gonna make their name off of his ass. But I'm saying that Jake Paul finally fought somebody. He bit off more than he can chew. He can't talk right now. That's why he got them doing posts and tweets and shit. What's the fucking problem? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
but my thing is, I see the flip side to the coin of that. I say, what's the fucking problem that he can't speak or talk right now? Like, everybody said all his fights are fixed, they're fake. He ain't never really won. And I think this right here proves that every fight he was in was not fixed, was not faked, and he has a broken jaw to show it.
Man, I act like he was really fighting people before, man. Like, come on. Like if he was fighting, like, and then on top of that, whether it was fixed or not, bro, you fighting old ass, washed up ass fighters, MMA fighters. And then when you fight a couple of boxers outside of Tommy, you fought like literally bums, man. Like literally bums, boxers and whatnot. Dudes that just come in and just say, all right, man, we're gonna make you look good, bro.
A glorified
Hey, let me ask y'all this. So first off, Jake Paul has no amateur experience outside of one fight before Eddie Hearn took him pro. So he has zero, might as well say zero experience in the amateurs. So his amateur experience is coming in the pros. That's where he has to learn. Every fight that he has is a professional fight. Now, here's what I want to know. Who were the first 8 people that Terrence Crawford fought? Who was the first 8 people that Canelo Alvarez fought? Who was the first 8 people that Muhammad Ali fought?
Better than Jake Paul opponents.
I highly doubt that.
I don't know what argument.
I highly doubt that.
They better than Jake Paul opponents because
I would
at least these dudes, because you looking at Canelo, Crawford, and them now. At least these dudes that they actually fought real boxers. They ain't getting in there fighting MMA fighters, washed up like old ass MMA fighters.
No.
Let me ask you a question.
Bo, let me just say this. One name is just gonna destroy the argument. Nate Robinson. That is a 5-something foot fucking basketball player, retired basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Ali, nobody you mentioned got a retired basketball player on their fucking resume.
So let me kill that real fast. Let me kill that for you. Hold on. Let me kill that for you. No. Hold on. Hold on. When he fought Nate Robinson, everybody picked Nate Robinson to beat him, first and foremost. Jake Paul was the underdog who was supposed to get beat up by Nate. Everybody wants to have a revisionist. Nope. Hold on. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Because I remember everybody saying that Nate was gonna beat him up. I remember that. I remember the articles. I remember the YouTube videos. I remember all that. Only for this dude to get slept stupid and become a meme. Now, secondly, with a guy like Nate, hold on, let me finish. Let me get to the point. With a guy like Nate, who was 0-0 in boxing, you don't know what you're going to get. But when you have fighters who are fighting dudes who are 1-30, you know what you're going to get. So I would say fighting somebody like Nate Robinson is better than fighting a guy who's 1-30. Like a lot of pro boxers do.
That 1-30 fighter would have beat the mess out of Nate Robinson.
We don't know that.
Bro, come on, man.
That's like saying Greg Hackett. That's like saying Greg Hackett can't beat.
Then he fought a wrestler, basically, when he beat up on what's the name, the former MMA guy. He was just a wrestler, white dude with the curly hair.
Yeah, that's what you talking about.
Dude ain't never threw a punch a day in his life. All he did is wrestle people in MMA. That's all he did.
Okay.
I mean, come on, like I know, I understand you saying these guys they getting, some of these top guys when they first start out, they fighting is like, I guess, cab drivers or whatever. These cab drivers got more boxing experience than a Nate Robinson.
Yeah, but here's the deal. So let's look at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford in his third fight fought Damian and Tony. This dude had 8 wins with 25 losses and 1 draw. Now, let's do something even better.
How many wins he had?
8 wins, 25 losses.
Okay,
now,
so 8 wins is more than than Nate Robinson. It's more than Deji. It's more than Tyron Woodley. It's more than I forgot the white dude name with the curly hair.
More than Anderson Silva.
More than them dudes combined.
Okay,
and
hold on.
He got experience. He got boxing experience. So the 25 losses, we can say, yeah, he got 25 losses, but he got a lot of boxing experience. That's the part you're missing.
So here's what's so ridiculous. Guys who are 8-25 are paid to go in there and lose. Literally, I just watched a documentary on a dude in the UK who's got over 100 losses, and he's trying to get over 300 losses before he retires. The dude is really paid to lose, and he breaks down the business side of these journeymen with these lost records and explains why they get paid to lose. It literally just came out like last week. You go look it up. Dude's from the UK, black dude, and he explains why they get paid to lose. So you got a guy in there who's paid to lose. I don't see how somebody who's paid to lose is more impressive than somebody going in there to fight. Now, furthermore, a guy who's 8-25, he may have more quote unquote boxing experience, assuming that he wasn't paid to lose, but he ain't never been a world champion of shit. He ain't never been good at shit. At least with people like Tyrone Woodley, Anderson Silva, they were world champions in fighting. It might not have been boxing, but in fighting, they were world champions. And at the end of the day, I'll take an ex-world champion in a fighting sport versus a dude with 25 fucking losses.
At the end of the day, when you going into boxing, I don't care where you come from. You could be in MMA and your main goal, because with those little MMA gloves, I did that as well. Anybody can get slapped with one punch, bro. Anybody can get slapped with one punch. Especially you got dudes that can't even throw a punch correctly in MMA, and they be sleeping dudes. Just because the gloves is fucking tiny, bro. All take is one shot to the chin and you win. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with MMA, a lot of times you don't just win by knockouts, right? You win by submissions and everything else. So I could go in there and submit somebody. Because I go in there and get a submission, that means I'm a better boxer than somebody who's been boxing as 8-25. No.
Like I said, if you have an MMA fighter, say like Anderson Silva, who he was older. Let's say Tyrone Woodley, who was arguably one of their best champions at whatever weight class he fought at, right? Got a couple of losses, retired from MMA. I'm going to put my money on somebody like that who's been a world champion at the elite level over a dude with fucking 25 losses in boxing and next to no wins. Like I'm gonna put. I don't care if it's his debut fight. I'm gonna put my money on that MMA fighter. I think it's highly disrespectful to say. And we're not talking about like a world champion fighting a world champion. We're not talking about Tyrone Woodley getting there and fighting a Canelo Alvarez, a David Benavidez. That would be disrespectful to say that he could hold his own against them. But we're talking about a dude with 25 fucking losses. No, I'm putting my money on that champion.
See, I think one part, I hear what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, Tony, and you're making some good points. But I'm kind of leaning more towards on a bold side of the argument in saying it like this. When you look at an MMA fighter, right, and you look at a boxer is trained to, whereas if you put that MMA fighter and you said just only striking, that boxer, even a guy with the 1-28, is going to beat the shit out of the MMA fighter, because the MMA fighter's technique is not there. He can't jab. And I'm gonna bring up an example. When Freddie Roach taught George St. Pierre how to jab, George St. Pierre became unbeatable because he had one technique that he can just pick people apart all day and never put himself. All I got to do is defend the sprawl, and as soon as you come back up, hit you with another jab. Look at what he did to Josh Koscheck. Dismantled that nigga just off of a jab. So all I'm saying to you, Tony, is your points where you're saying on face value, when I look at the names and look at the statue of who Jake Paul fought, Anderson Silva, a Tyrone Woodley. You feel what I'm saying? Compared to the guy who's 1-28, it looks better. But
before you get too far away, I want to use your example. Let's use George St. Pierre.
Hold on. On the reality side of it, the boxer who's 1-28 in a striking match will beat the shit out of every one of those MMA fighters.
Okay, AC, I want to stick with your example. Let's use George St. Pierre, who had that jab, that laser sharp jab. Okay? You really think George St. Pierre is going to lose to that 8-25 boxer?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hell nah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because
But this is ridiculous. Look, I box. Hold on. This is so fucking ridiculous. I box. I literally box. I've been in there with. I've seen professional boxers who don't even look like they know how to box that are boxers. Like we're acting like every fucking fighter is damn Terrence Crawford. There are dudes with losing records who look like they ain't never boxed before in their life.
Tony, you act like every boxer's out there is Terrence Crawford. We trying to say that dudes that have boxing experience would have busted them up, because only time George St. Pierre really looked good in the striking department was against Josh Koscheck, because anytime he was striking with somebody else, his ass would get outstruck. That's why he always go to the ground, because he, even though he had a kickboxing background, his punching stuff wasn't it. So I believe that 8 and 25 dude would have starched somebody like a George St. Pierre.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this again. I've seen dudes with boxing records who didn't even know how to box, but yet they had a professional boxing record. Literally, they look like day one people walking into the gym, but they had professional fights. So this idea, because a dude has been in a professional fight means he knows how to box, is just fucking ridiculous. Because the sad reality of boxing is anybody can be a professional boxer. You don't have to have one amateur fight. You don't even have to train in a gym. You can literally go get your boxing license and get into a boxing fight, and now you're a professional fighter.
But you're a club fighter. It's not.
It doesn't matter. Whenever you look at BoxRec, 90% of the people you see are club fighters, but you don't know that because you don't know nothing about them. But at the end of the day, just because somebody has a boxing record doesn't mean they even know how to box. Doesn't mean they know how to move around the ring. Doesn't mean they understand the fundamentals. Doesn't mean they know how to throw a proper jab. Doesn't mean they know how to turn over their punches. I've seen so many fights with dudes who didn't know how to fight, but yet they're in a professional fight. So again, I gotta say this. I'm gonna land here. I promise I'm gonna land here. I'm gonna come full circle. I would put my money on a world champion in another combat sport over a dude who may or may not even know how to box just because he's been in a boxing ring.
Okay, so I would just say this: if Jake Paul was to fight Greg Hackett, who you think will win?
I got Jake Paul
over Greg Hackett.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that the YouTuber dude? Wait, is that the YouTuber dude? I don't know who Greg Hackett is. Is that that YouTuber dude who's got like all losses?
Yeah, he got 3 wins and 23 losses.
I don't know who he is. I don't know what he looks like.
I seen Greg Hackett spar and everything else, man. The dude is nice, man. He just not.
I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that.
What I'm saying is, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him fight. I was over on 2-5. I'm trying to answer you.
I'm telling you his record. His record is
right. I got you.
23. All right.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I heard his record before because they was talking about him on 2 Cents channel, and I'm gonna say this: I think Jake Paul would dust them off.
I will hope.
Right now, Greg's a little bit older. We ain't talking about younger Greg. Like Greg's a little bit older right now, bro. And like you have to give Greg a good. Greg he gonna need more than a regular 8-week camp, bro.
I put it like this: if they contract, because Greg was one of those guys they call up at the last minute. Hey, we need you to fill in. You know what I'm saying? Get this fight. Greg even have a fight, like a real fight in the street, right? With some dude, you know what I'm saying, who thought he could mess with him because they got a little argument. Greg cracked him on time, bro. Oh boy,
I don't care about that. That's just some idiot in the streets who doesn't know how to fight. I don't care about that. Anybody can street fight. Here's what I'm gonna say. Has Greg Hackett ever won like Golden Gloves, Nationals, anything like that prior to professional?
Nah, I don't think no.
Okay, well, Jake Paul sparked a Golden Gloves fucking state and national champion who was undefeated in boxing.
No.
Okay.
You just don't know who he is. So I would say that dude is way better than Greg Hackett.
It's spark. Now, Tony, you know good damn well.
Here we go. Fake fights.
Sparring. And
I didn't say spar. I said sparked him. He fought him in a professional fight. Jake Paul has him on his resume. He slept him. I'll look the guy up. I'll tell you who he is. Black dude. Hold on.
Tyrone Woodley.
Oh, he talking about the dude that Eddie Hearn had.
Where's he at? Jake Paul, BoxRec. Let me tell you his name. Dude was a fucking national amateur champion. Golden Gloves, New York State champion, Andre August.
Oh God!
That now check this out. Before that fight even happened, even somebody like Eddie Hearn was like, "This dude is washed up. The dude is sorry. He sucked at everything." Before the fight even took place, Eddie Hearn criticized that dude before.
Well, wait a minute. You're gonna say Greg Haggett isn't washed, who's only won 3 fights and lost 20 something, but yet a dude. Hold on. Let me finish, please. But a dude who was a Golden Glove state champion, national champion, who was like 10-1 before he fought him, coming off of several wins before he fought Jake Paul, was washed.
Oh shit! I listen. I'm not. Listen, y'all niggas funny.
Did y'all see how dude fell down, bro?
Man, listen, bro. I don't watch. Like, come on, man.
I'm just saying, like the logic ain't logicking right now.
Because even that knockout looks so suspect, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you the honest God truth on some Jake Paul cards. Like, I pay attention to everything on the undercard and the prelims, and then when Jake Paul fight, I'm like, well, his fans are getting what they came to see. I just hope that some of them, pick up on boxing. I'll be truthfully honest with you. To be like, and I don't even want to like, because we got like, because I gotta go to plantation a little bit. I want to say this: who do y'all have as next? Because Jake Paul ain't gonna, he out of commission for a little bit. Vince McMahon, every time he loses at the pay-per-view, and it's a big loss. He gonna sit down for a little bit. So we got to worry about Jake Paul for a little bit. Who y'all got up next? Bud has retired. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's on his last leg. Usyk's on his way out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this. You ever thought about this? I'm gonna say a couple of things, and all y'all gonna disagree with me. And I'm not saying Bud did anything that he shouldn't be doing, but I'm gonna just say some things that just seem very weird to me. Number one. No. You brought up Bud. I want to bring up his retirement. So prior to his retirement, we watched a 38-year-old man gain 30 pounds of lean, solid muscle, which I've never even heard of. Number two, Victor Conte passes away, and all of a sudden he retires and doesn't want to fight again.
There you go to conspiracies, bro.
He just want to retire after Victor's gone.
You've been watching those conspiracy channels too much.
I ain't watched no conspiracy channels.
Man, what's so crazy, man? You know how many people with Victor Conte? It's a lot of people with Victor Conte, but only the slander only comes towards when it comes to Crawford.
I don't know what slander. I just said where was the slander? I didn't say Bud was doing anything. I just said it's mighty weird.
No, but you said that when Victor Conte died, the dude retired.
Well, no, what I said was I in my life, in my personal life, I have never seen a 38-year-old be able to put on 30 pounds of solid muscle. I've never seen that.
Go ahead.
So let me ask this question.
Hold on. See, I want Tony to finish. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, in my life, I've been around professional bodybuilders, athletes. I've seen multiple gyms, etc. I ain't never seen a 38-year-old be able to put on 30 pounds. We're not talking about 30 pounds of weight. We're talking about 30 pounds of solid muscle in a year. I've never seen it, never heard of it. Asked several people. They are, and I don't even tell them the name of the person. They was like, yeah, that person got to be juicing. Don't nobody believe it, but it happened with Bud. Then all of a sudden, his plug passes away and he want to retire. It seems weird to me.
No, the question I wanted to ask real quick was, so does that mean Devin Haney is about to retire as well? Because he was Mr. Snack versus Brian Norman, but we don't talk about that.
Not only that, David Benavidez, Virgil Ortiz, what's the little dude, Van Rodriguez, like all these dudes are part of Snack. They all
okay, all right, hold on, man. That's not what that's not what the fuck I asked, man. I said, who's next, man, in your eyes? What fighter? Who's next? Like, that's a whole live, and I don't even do that shit. Like the conspiracy, the snack, the juice, and all that. Like,
smoke. I just want to say it's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. That, I know. I'm not going to say conspiracy. I didn't say conspiracy. I said facts.
Tony, Gucci's at church, right? He can't hear you right now.
I know he can't hear me, but I'm just saying, for the record, I'm just stating what was put out as alleged facts.
I don't give a shit.
30 pounds of muscle at 38 years old.
Yeah, I don't care.
After Victor Conte passed away, which he did, RIP to Victor, he retired. Those are all facts. I didn't say nothing about no conspiracy.
Here's my thing. Canelo was still the bigger man in the ring, bro.
Bro, that's not what I asked. I don't care I don't care about the conspiracy. I don't care about the 30 pounds of muscle and how you figure it out. I don't care. I asked you, Who do you think is next before we get up out of here?
Well, Shakur is next up because he's gonna beat the shit out of T.O.
Damn, beat the shit out of him.
He gonna beat the shit out of him.
Who?
I will say this, man. Look, I think he'd beat T.O., but to beat the shit out of him, that's a little bit. You gotta give T.O. a little bit more props than that, man, because T.O. does step up in the biggest fights. That's one thing I will say about T.O.
Did he step up against Kambosos?
I said the biggest fights.
Did he step up against Loma, or did Loma just lose a fight because for the first 6 rounds he didn't throw punches?
Man, he brought the. See, there we go. So you just not going to give T.O. his props. He the one that threatened Loma. Loma was the one scared of the power. But like the first 6 rounds, Loma
was over there. I think Loma was just clowning him and doing his little Matador thing with the invisible cape.
Matador, my man.
Yeah, rewatched the fight. In the first 6 rounds, Loma was taunting him every time T.O. would miss. But the problem was Loma was
choking, bro.
What?
Loma was choking. He wasn't even trying to throw punches.
Okay, listen to me. When Loma started to let his hands go in that 7th round, he was beating the brakes off of T.O.
No. In the 7th round, in the 7th round, I actually gave that to T.O. Loma started to let his hand. Yes, the 7th round.
Yeah,
Loma in 8 rounds, 8 through 11, was beating the shit out of T.O. Round 7, Loma started to let his hands go, but it wasn't even enough to win that round. Rounds 8 through 11, he beat the shit out of T.O. I watched that fight like so many times.
Yeah.
You can cook, right?
Yeah.
You can cook real good, right?
All day.
I'm gonna need you to cook bold a really good steak after T.O. gets his ass washed by Shakur. He gonna need it. I'm gonna send him some flowers. You send him the steak.
So check this out. I did say Shakur was gonna win a fight, but you said he was gonna like wash him. I'm like, I don't see a wash. Like I don't see that.
I watched Sandor Martin get robbed against T.O. I watched Ortiz give T.O. everything he could handle. Like the dude is not that good.
He was good enough to whip Loma ass. Good enough.
Loma just didn't let his hands go.
Josh Taylor ass.
Well, Josh Taylor got first off.
As a matter of fact, T.O. beat Loma better than Devin Haney did. So I mean,
I thought Devin lost to Loma, but we're not talking about Devin. I'll give T.O. T.O. beat Loma, but T.O. didn't beat him because he beat him up. He beat him because Loma didn't throw his hands in the first 6 rounds. But it's not like in that first 6 rounds, T.O. Hold on. Let me finish my point. It's not like in that first 6 rounds, T.O. was beating the brakes off of Loma. He wasn't even hitting him.
Because Loma was doing the Jake Paul, bro. Loma wasn't even trying to gauge, man.
I understand that.
Only thing he did different from what Jake Paul did with Anthony Joshua is that the dude didn't literally put his track shoes on. But he did not want to engage whatsoever.
Well, the difference that Loma did versus Jake Paul is whenever he did start to let his hands go, he was beating the brakes off of T.O.
Right, because
Jake never let his hands go.
What happened in the 12th round? He thought,
cool.
He thought, but check it out. He thought, okay, I got T.O. where's that? T.O. came out in the 12th round, started whipping Loma ass. Loma started throwing in a couple of headbutts, bro. Loma got dirty in the 12th round.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. In boxing, can you get caught?
Anybody get caught.
Anybody can get caught, and that's what happened to Loma. He got caught in the 12th round.
You got an excuse for everything, Tony.
No. T.O. won the 12th round. There's no disputing that T.O. won the 12th round. But the point I'm trying to make is, out the 6 rounds where they were trading shots and they were both fighting,
they weren't trading shots in the first 6 rounds because I only saw one dude throwing punches.
I said the last 6 out the 6 rounds, the last 6, 7 through 12, T.O. only won 1. Look, man, you gonna see. As far as Josh Taylor goes, yeah, he got that win, but here's the problem. Catterall had already beat Josh Taylor and got robbed.
See, here's the thing for me.
We could say that, Tony, but what I'm saying is he still fought Josh Taylor. I don't care about whether Catterall got robbed or not. He fought Josh Taylor.
Yeah, my only point was this. You acting like
you gotta let AC cook, because y'all don't even go back and forth for a second.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it like this. It's real short. For me, I've been 10 toes and 5 fingers down and 10 fingers down. That's saying it like this. The person to beat Shakur Stevenson is the guy that just doesn't give a fuck, realizes he doesn't have anything to lose, and does have skills, because you're gonna need skills. But if you can put together that thing that takes Shakur's methodical mind completely out of his game plan, you're gonna beat Shakur Stevenson. And looking at what I'm looking at, I think T.O. understands that, because they grew up together, and he's like, yeah, the other dudes may not know how to beat him because they're gonna try to box him. But if you choose to fight him and do weird shit that just makes him say, "What are you doing?" That's when you fuck him up. And I think that's what T.O.'s looking to do in this fight. And that's where I land my plane.
I mean,
Man,
AC,
I'ma just say
that
this,
may or
man.
may not be true, but
Let me
like
just say this real quick.
you hold on. AC, the only thing I will say is his last fight against Zepeda, that motherfucker was in the pocket the whole fight trading.
All right, I'm gonna just say this. So we know Shakur got brittle hands, probably even more brittle than what Floyd had. And then this is what we also know about Shakur, and I'm a big time Shakur fan. Somehow, for some reason, when he fight power punches, motherfucker just look, he just fucking don't want to engage whatsoever. You seen that happen with Nakatilia, and then you saw that happen with De Los Santos. Dude,
Hey,
just
Boulder, you a Tank fan?
no, hell no. I
You
like
don't
Tank,
like
but
Tank?
no, hold on, because I'm the only one on this panel that be going at these damn Tankamaniacs where they be sitting up here putting Tank as a goddamn next POTUS. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hell nah, man. I'm like, Shakur beat Tank. But the fact of the matter, I'm not going to deny the fact that Shakur, for some reason, when it comes to power punches, the dude don't want to engage whatsoever. He just all of a sudden he just
Yeah,
freezes
but
up.
what about the Zepeda fight? He was training with Zepeda all night.
Zepeda is not a power puncher.
I mean, he's got a lot of knockouts.
He's got volume.
If I overwhelm somebody, I mean, of course you're gonna get knockouts, but he ain't got no one hitter quitter. He ain't got a Tank Davis one hitter quitter. He ain't got a De Los Santos one hitter quitter. Even a Nakatilia has a one hitter quitter. He ain't got those type of punches.
I hear you, but my only
Teofimo,
point is he never left the
used to
pocket
put
with him.
dudes to sleep, bro.
Why?
Teofimo used to put dudes to sleep one shot.
I think T.O. fans are gonna be very upset. Y'all need to get y'all's box of chocolates ready and start eating that stuff for comfort, because T.O. is gonna get washed. It is gonna be this.
Why
This.
the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Yo, that's funny.
It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50.
It ain't no 50-50 fight. I want you to replay that song right after Shakur makes this look like the easiest fight he's ever been in.
Hey, Tony, I will say this, Tony. I do believe Shakur Stevenson's gonna win his fight. So if after the fight, I don't want you to come on here and say, "Yo, where Bo at? I told him. All I'm saying is, I don't think he's gonna wash.
Bo, let me ask you a question. What is T.O.'s biggest weakness?
His biggest weakness?
Yeah, in your opinion.
Probably afraid to engage against somebody with power like that, I guess. I don't know.
No, not Shakur, T.O.
Oh, T.O. is pure boxers. I get it.
The dude cannot fight. The dude cannot fight going forward. He needs you to come at him so he can counterpunch you. So how the hell is he going to beat a dude?
Shakur's a counterpuncher too.
Shakur's strength is, I'm gonna say it like this. Shakur's strength is, if he starts to read you and he gets your timing and everything down, Shakur then becomes a front foot fighter. In the first couple of rounds, he'll be a back foot fighter, but Shakur is primarily a come forward boxer. He understands certain things, and he's got understand what I'm saying, because when you look at Shakur's greatest performances, he was always coming forward. He was always on the front foot. That Jamal Herron beatdown was on the front foot. The Yoshino stoppage was on the front foot. The Oscar Valdez beatdown was on the front foot. He has a history of that.
Let me just stop you right there, because when he fought Oscar Valdez, he wasn't really on the front foot in that fight. He came on the front foot quite a few times in that fight, but he wasn't on the front foot because Oscar Valdez was the one applying the pressure.
But his best work was when he's on his front foot, and that's overall of what I'm saying. His best work is when he's coming forward and he's just doing his Shakur thing. He's in his stance. He's plotting you down and he's just letting them go. Boom, boom, boom. And he's just doing it like that. He's letting his hands go. And when he lets his hands go, he's always on the front foot to me. So besides the Zepeda fight, he stayed on the back foot and then he chose to make that adjustment and then keep the fight in the middle of the ring and then go after Zepeda on that. Outside of that, Shakur, if he says he wants a dominant victory against Teofimo Lopez, he has to fight Teofimo Lopez's fight. And that's coming forward, pressing the action to where you're going to give Teo that opportunity to counterpunch you.
Yeah, Shakur ain't gonna do none of that. Shakur gonna fight him off the back foot. He gonna pick him apart, piece him up. Teo can't cut off the ring.
What the man said, bro.
I don't care what he said. I'm telling you what he's gonna do. What he's gonna do is he's gonna pick this dude apart. He gonna make him look foolish. He gonna treat him like a low-paid sparring partner, and he gonna cruise control and beat this dude with ease. Now he may step it up late in the fight after Teo's done been hit so many damn times and missed so many damn times. He over there looking for his damn inhaler because allegedly he got asthma, but he ain't gonna do nothing. Shakur gonna beat this dude so easy. It's gonna be like this ain't even a real fight. This is less of a fight. Easy? This is less of a fight than Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua.
Oh wow, this dude's smoking now, bro. Come on, man. he had too much to drink last night. Come on, Tony. Where the real Tony at, man?
Nah, that's Tony, man. Tony, hey, listen. If you say how you feel, that's how you feel.
Man, come on, bro. Easier than what Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier. You gonna see what happens when a bicycle hits back.
All right. Damn. Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. I'm gonna jump on later tonight, man. But I'm about to get ready to go to the plantation. Anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here, man?
Yeah, Shakur's about to get dropped in this fight. Expect a flash knockdown. Shakur gonna be put down.
My prediction is Teo fans are going to be left crying like Norman fans when Norman hit the ground. If anybody's going to drop, it's Teo, not Shakur. I will say domination.
I will say this: I was probably one of the only few that was on this panel that picked Devin Haney to beat Larry Norman. I was like, he gonna out.
Yeah, you was. I'm not ain't gonna lie, you was.
Hey, bro, I picked him too. I was over on BF's channel. I said Norman had a 2% chance to win.
So yeah, I mean, I ain't. But damn, you. So I think tonight we're gonna talk about who's next because I still ain't got no answer.
Shakur's next.
You got him over. Okay, so we're gonna talk. Like pull up later on tonight, man. It'll probably be about 12:30.
You talking about who next? Like what? As far as what?
In boxing, who's next?
Star power.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you the star power who it should go to, but he's just too small.
So
Rodriguez, bro.
See, we're gonna hold on to that. See, before AC start. Nope.
see, told you.
Nope. Hold that till later. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Hold that one till later, man. This was a great show, and y'all appreciate it, man. And we up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hell no, because that's a whole nother show right there. So, and I'm gonna hold that one till later on. On that note, I appreciate y'all pulling up. We've been smoking. Y'all stay smoking, man.
All right.
Peace.
Door crack, incense burn, top strong, my turn, play slow, curb churn, rain drip, door blur, ashtray full, still feel empty, pull heavy, lungs turn limpy, phone on mute, the room friendly, whole crew float, move gently. Welcome to the smoke session, cloud high, no stressing, keep smoking and enjoy the show, whole room in the slow glow. Welcome to the smoke session. Deep talks, deep confession. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Let the time drip. slow. Paper fold, origami on the table. Story in the swirl, every cone, every cable. Ceiling got waves, yeah, move unstable. But my heart stays steady, no label, no label. Laugh heavy chest, we still grinning. Pastel, small hell, still winning. Eyes red, mind clear.